Hello friends, now we prove the equation of straight line which is parallel to the initial line and is at a distance small b from the pole. अब हम उस स्ट्रेट लाइन की पोलर इक्वेशन को फाइंड करेंगे जो इनिशियल लाइन के पैरेलल है और पोल से स्मॉल b डिस्टेंस पर है. So first we suppose that let O be the pole and OX be the initial line. First we suppose that O be the pole and OX be the initial line. Suppose we have to find here the required line is this. This is the required line which is parallel to the initial line and suppose this distance is b here. आप देख सकते हैं जो रिक्वायर्ड लाइन है वो इनिशियल लाइन के पैरेलल है और रिक्वायर्ड लाइन इनिशियल लाइन से स्मॉल b डिस्टेंस पर है. So suppose that let us suppose that O be the pole and this horizontal line, this is fixed line, this is called initial line. OX is initial line here, O is the pole. And this is the required line which is parallel to the initial line and is at a small b distance from this initial line. Let us suppose that P be any point on this required line. Let P r theta be any point on the required line. आप देख सकते हैं आप P r theta these are the polar coordinate of point P. R theta are the polar coordinate of point P on the required line. So this OP is the radius vector which is equal to small r and angle XOP, this is the vectorial angle which is equal to theta. Now we draw perpendicular PM from P on the initial line. Draw perpendicular from P on the initial line. Now we see here this is angle vectorial angle which is theta in triangle OPM. In triangle OPM we can see here if we find here sine theta. So sine theta is equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse, that is PM upon OP, and we know that PM is here small b and OP is here small r. So r sine theta is equal to b. This is the equation of straight line which is parallel to the initial line and is at small b distance from the initial line. ये उस लाइन की इक्वेशन है जो कि इनिशियल लाइन के पैरेलल है और इनिशियल लाइन से स्मॉल b डिस्टेंस पर है. So first we suppose that O be the pole which is fixed point, OX be the initial line which is fixed straight line. Let us suppose that this is the required line and we know that required line is at small b distance from the initial line. जो required line है वो initial line से small b distance पर है. Now we suppose that P be any point on this required line whose polar coordinates are r comma theta. So OP is equal to small r and angle XOP, this is the vectorial angle which is equal to theta. So draw perpendicular PM from P on the initial line. In this triangle POM we can see that sine theta, this is equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Perpendicular is PM here, hypotenuse is OP here, PM is equal to B and OP is equal to small r. So r sine theta is equal to b. This is the polar equation of the straight line which is parallel to the initial line and is at a small b distance from the initial line. Now you can see that this polar equation can convert in Cartesian form. So r sin theta is equal to b. We know that y is equal to r sin theta. This is the relation between the polar coordinate and Cartesian coordinates. So in place of r sin theta we put here y. So y is equal to b. This is the Cartesian equation. Cartesian equation of straight line which is parallel to x-axis and is at a distance small b from x-axis. Thank you.